bro, bro, we we've really just lost to the Saints, man. The game's not over with yet. It's three minutes left in the game. Eagles are losing 20-10 right now. It's done. It's pretty much done. And Nick Sirianni, Shane Steichen, y'all are the worst, man. Jalen, this shows how much Jalen really helps out this play calling. The play calling is atrocious, man. It's atrocious, but Jalen's so good, he freaking helps these guys out. Shane Steichen and Nick Sirianni don't know what the heck they're doing when it comes to calling plays. It is bad. Two rushes from Miles Sanders in the freaking whole first half again. Again, man. This play calling is a joke. It's a freaking joke, man. A joke. A fourth and freaking inches. Instead of running the ball with your all-pro running back, oh, let's try to run the freaking quarterback sneak. The same thing that we do with Jalen. Let's try to run that. That's going to be our saving grace. Gardner Minshew is not Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts shows you how pathetic they are when it comes to calling plays. He bails them out. Bails out Nick Sirianni and Shane Steichen. When you have a quarterback that's decent, Gardner Minshew, I'm not saying he's good, he's not bad. He's decent. He's a decent quarterback. But they do not help him out. They don't help out Jalen. I was told there have been so many games that said they do not help out Jalen. But Jalen is such a good player that he makes them look better than what they are. Play calling is atrocious. Atrocious, man. It was bad in Dallas. It's bad this week. They do not know how to call plays. I give props to Jonathan Gannon. Yes, the game will start off slow, start off bad. Jonathan Gannon and his defense settled down, and they started making plays. When offense needed to change things around, they couldn't do it because the play calling was so bad for so long. Minshew only did what he could do. Only did what he can do. He only did what he can do. He threw a pick six in the game, and the commentator said something smart. You're backed up on the goal line, and you go to an empty set. So the Saints know it's a passing play. And what's the Eagles' most famous play to throw? A slant to A.J. Brown. Marcus Lattimore, guess what he said? Oh, they got nobody in the backfield that can run a football. So what they probably going to do, I'm on A.J. Brown. They're probably going to throw a slant, and he jumped it. It's just so obvious, bro. This freaking offensive play calling is just so bad, man. Sitting back and watching all these attempts that the Eagles could have had, if they do a little bit different on offense, they could have won this game easily. Easily. But they shot themselves in the foot so many times. The whole first half, again, 2 rushes from the running backs. Come out, third quarter. Guess what they do? Run the ball down the Saints' throat. Down the Saints' throat. But no, beforehand they want to be this pass happy, put everything on Gardner Minshew's back. They tried to do that with Jalen so many times this year, and I'm saying, why are we doing that? Use your running backs. And you try to do the same thing with Gardner? It doesn't, stuff like this doesn't make sense. He's not an MVP quarterback. And yet they're trying to use Gardner as an MVP quarterback. The reason that it worked with Jalen because Jalen's an MVP quarterback. And he bails them out. Bails out the play calling. Next week, we have no choice. We got to play everybody next week. Jalen has to play. This offensive coordinator group, they have to find a way to run an offense. They do not know how to run a offense. Their play calling just all over the place. They just let's throw pass here, pass here, pass here, pass here. You want to run here? We'll run with the one run and then pass. It's pathetic, man. I've been saying this all year. They put too much on these quarterbacks, on Jalen and Gardner. Again, Jalen's an MVP level so he can bail out whenever play calling is bad. He can bail out the coaches. Gardner's not at that level. He can't bail out the coaches. It's 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row that these coaches have let down the Eagles, bro. 2 weeks in a row. Gardner, if the coaches were competent, Gardner would be 2-0 right now. He would be. But this offensive freaking coaches are so horrible, man. They are letting this team down. Shane Steichen and Nick Sirianni are literally letting this team down. They're pulling this team down. Yes, Gardner's not the best, and I know it. He's not the best, but he's not the worst. The defense for this game, Dallas didn't play the best, but for this game, the defense have just bailed out the offense throughout the whole game. Bailed them out. And the play calling just was trash. Trash. Right when A.J. Brown makes this big old, like, 50-yard whatever catch, whatever it is, you thinking, oh, man, everything's about to change. You think everything's good. Defense goes out there, do what they need to do. You get to a 4th and inch. Oh, we have an MVP quarter. I mean, not MVP. We have a all-time pro running back behind us that we can run the football on 4th and inches, get this first down. You have Gainwell, who's a pretty much strong runner too. Boston Scott, a strong runner. Oh, let's do what we do with our MVP quarterback to our average quarterback. A quarterback sneak. A quarterback sneak. I've said that we're just in doing the quarterback sneak the whole time. Like, it works, but it's not sustainable. You can't keep counting on it. And you try to do that with an average quarterback, and what happens is get stuffed. Nick Sirianni, man, you've got to change, man. You are so bad. You are so bad. Doug Peterson, man, it was such a much better coach than you. I was listening to a podcast. I forgot who was talking. I'm not sure if it was like Derek Gunn or I don't remember who it was. But they said Nick Sirianni, he gets too happy. Like, he gets too happy. He tries to make a comeback too quick. Whenever he's down, he tries to make a comeback too fast. He keeps trying to just throw the ball. Other than taking time, just letting the plays come to you. Run the ball. Run plays that fit your team. He's not running plays that fit his team. And that's showing why the Eagles are losing the past 2 weeks. Because they don't have their MVP quarterback back there. He doesn't know how to win a game without an MVP quarterback. And it is showing it. When he has an average quarterback, he doesn't know what he's doing. The play calling is just so bad. The pass-run ratio is so out of whack. It doesn't make sense. It's not like you have a trash running back. You have 3 running backs that are pretty good, and one is it can be an all-pro running back, but you don't want to use them. Like, I really start questioning it. Is it the coaching? Because again, Doug had the same issue when it comes to passing and run ratio, or is that the higher up, Howard Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie? Is it that problem? Because that's one reason Doug got fired, because they were supposedly they wanted the offense to be based around passing the football so strong, and that's one reason Doug got fired. Now, out of nowhere, you're seeing the same tendencies happen, and where passing is just so high level and so frequent, and the running game is so minuscule down low. You're seeing the same thing happening. So that's when I started thinking, is this higher ups? I don't know. It's kind of fishy, man. Because when Jalen passing like he's an MVP level quarterback, okay, whatever. And you're doing the same thing with a backup quarterback. The same thing. Passing heavy, not trying to establish the run. You try to establish the run late in the game. And it's bad, man. It is so bad. I just don't understand, man. It's just coaching gets an F. Well, offensive coaching gets a freaking F, man. Another week in a row where it's just so freaking bad, man. I'm just watching the end of the game. 2 minutes, 1 left. Offensive coordinators are just so terrible. Jonathan Gannon, You start off bad, Jonathan Gannon, but you're not the reason why we lost. The offensive coordinator is just so bad, man. Like Shane Steichen, you was close to getting a head coaching job, but you are just doing so bad when you don't have an MVP quarterback. It seems like you need an MVP level quarterback in order Shane Steichen to look good. Like you need it. He needs it. If he has an average quarterback, he can't look good. Whatever, man. Eagles lost 20-10. I guess we're seeing Jalen no matter what next week. We gotta beat the Giants. Eagles are falling apart. The coaching staff is falling apart. The offensive coaching staff for sure this week. Last week I say Gannon, but this week offensive. So like the Saints didn't beat us. This is another week the Saints didn't beat us. The Eagles beat themselves, man. The Eagles beat themselves. All right, flying my mic up out of here. Hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. These offensive coordinators, they're gonna have to find out something, man. Cause this is pathetic. You need Jalen Hurts to save you. It's bad. All right, guys, I'm up out of here. Later.